So, welcome everyone. We are so excited to have you here for Eat Smart, Feel Great. We have Devashri Nandi, a wellness expert who knows how to make nutrition simple. Obviously, we all love to eat healthy. We want to have healthy, nutritious food every day, but protein is something very important in our diet. So let's see how she makes this nutrition topic of us very simple, realistic, and actually enjoyable. So you're going to walk away with tips post this session. You can use this immediately even at your next meal. So thank you so much for joining. Over to you, Devashri.
Thank you, Steffi. Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope everybody is doing good. And today's session, as Steffi said, that we are going to talk about protein, which is very, very important for our daily lifestyle, daily routine. And sometimes, as an Indian, we forget to add the protein, which is very important. So we will know what are the protein sources in your kitchen and what are the protein sources that you can add during your work so that you don't feel hungry or probably you don't feel lethargic after the day. So I'll start with the presentation. I hope everybody can hear me out and like clear, and my presentation is also visible for everyone. All right. So Steffi, I'll start then.
Sure. You're visible,
Okay.
audible.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. So first thing that we will know about what exactly a protein is and why it matters. You might hear a lot of things on internet, on on a lot of Instagram channel that people talk about protein a lot. That you take whey protein, you take this protein, you take soy protein, and if you don't take protein, then there will not be any weight loss, or your healing will not be will be happening. So all these things we get to hear. But first, we have to know what is protein exactly. So, protein is nothing but a building block of your body, of your cells, of your tissue. Every cell that you have, your body has, every cell is made up of protein. And there are protein units. Those protein units are amino acids. Are those amino acids for tissue repair, like these repair tissue, repair the cell if there is anything, any probably tissue rupture, or probably there's a cut, there's a wound, anything which is related to your tissue, your cell, anything, it requires protein. So which is why after any kind of probably any accident or any operation, any surgery, always doctors suggest, or any professionals suggest, that you have to take a good amount of protein, and you have to eat, you have to follow certain kind of diet which will give you all these nutrients, because protein is a macronutrient. Macronutrient means when it is required in a huge amount. So those are macronutrients. Generally, we do have macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients are the protein, carbohydrate, fat, fiber, all these are macronutrients. And the micronutrients are the vitamins, minerals. So protein as a part of the macronutrient, there is a requirement. 0.8 gram per kg body weight to 1 gram per kg body weight is the requirement for daily, in daily lifestyle, in daily routine for everyone. So that is something that a protein is, and is a building block, and how much we require for our day. Satiety, it gives protein because it's a heavy molecule, it's a big molecule, so it takes time to digest. So if you are eating something and after 1 hour only you're feeling like you are hungry again, it's not craving again, hungry. So there are two things. One is hungry, second is craving. When you can eat a bowl of salad also, then it's hunger. And if you don't really want to eat salad, but you want to eat something like burger or chips, then it's craving. So basically, when you are feeling full, which means probably your meal was balanced. If you are feeling hungry after an hour only, then your plate, your food, your lunch or your dinner was not really balanced. So you need to make sure that your plate has protein, carbohydrate, fat, fiber, everything. Then only you will feel full. At least for next 2 to 3 hours, you will not feel hungry, and that hunger pangs also will not happen. So it increases the fullness of by 25% more than carbs. So if you are having only dal chawal, dal, it's pulses, it does have protein, but it's again plant protein. So you have to couple it with a cup of curd so that the protein intake is good enough. And after that, you'll be feeling full. But if you are eating only roti and sabzi, means roti and kind of vegetable, probably a tori sabzi, a loki sabzi, whatever, with roti or rice, and you are missing out of protein, then you might feel hungry after 2 hours or after 1.5 hours also. Again, it depends on water intake and everything, but you will end up having, or you will end up feeling hungry after certain hour. It also uh, it also enhances certain brain function, so cognitive clarity and focus. So whenever you are eating in the morning, like why breakfast needs to have all balanced meal, why breakfast needs to have carbohydrate, protein, fiber, and fat, because you're starting with a day. Your day has to start with a focus, and you have to work. You have to be you have to pay concentration whenever you are working. Probably you're talking to someone, you're working with full concentration. But if you're not eating breakfast, if you're not really having proper breakfast, you might feel little confused, because you are not eating that much of protein, because you did not have that much of protein, which is why you end up having this kind of feeling कि you're not able to focus, your concentration, your focus is not really there. So which is why your first meal in the day, your breakfast, has to be having protein. And protein is something that needs to be added in every meal. It's not only in breakfast, because you have to focus in your lunch, in your dinner also. Otherwise, there are a lot of other things which gets affected during the day, and I'll also talk about it, like how exactly it affects our health too. Functions, it protein in our body, enzymes, hormones, immune support, everything is made up of protein. It's not only the cell, but these basically the system, the immune system, the digestive system, the enzymes which is there in the digestive system, the hormones, everything is made up of protein again. So if you are not having protein, if you are continuously protein deficient, your diets are protein deficient, then there will be issues with these secretion, like enzyme secretion, hormone secretion, and also your immune system will be very weak, because protein is the backbone of your immune system. And if you're not really having that much of protein, then you will be prone to having all these infections like colon cough, probably diarrhea. All these things will be very much like you will be prone to get affected by these diseases. Metabolism, again, metabolism comes after digestion. And you eat food, then digestion happens, and then absorption happens, and then metabolism happens. So metabolism is the fourth step of the whole process. So when the metabolism comes into the picture, if your protein intake is very low and continuously it's low, then it has a certain thermic effect on your body. And also it increases the it doesn't what do you say, like it increases the harmful metabolite productions. It increases that production in your body. And also sometimes the carbohydrate, whatever you're eating, those carbohydrate also gets like incomplete, it doesn't get metabolized fully. It gets like not completed, but it sometimes it's incomplete. So in these cases, some harmful metabolites, some harmful toxins also, body synthesize, which we tend to accumulate in certain organs, and which is why there are a lot of metabolic disorders which keep on happening. So we need to understand, if you are not eating protein, then the metabolism can also be affected. And energy and stamina, definitely, when you are eating much of protein, your muscle strength increases, your bone strength increases, because your bone, the because bone is again, it is collagen, it is again the, the density, everything, it is dependent on protein and the other minerals. But protein is the backbone. Protein is the main ingredient here. So you have to eat protein because of these reasons. All right. So meanwhile, I want to have some poll here. I I'm just posting one poll over here so that everybody can answer it. And I also want to know how many people here you know about protein and how much protein you need per day. So I have started it. So I hope everybody can see it. Please start with your votings. Oh, very nice. I can see it. Wow. All right. Okay. Okay. Nice. All right. 185 voted. 190. Awesome. All right. I'll get back to the next question, but till then, you please attend the questions. And all right. Okay, so next is we will talk about how much do you really need, as I said. And this question and this poll also was about this, how much protein you exactly require on a daily basis. So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of clients who come and ask me whether it's good to go with this much of protein. Probably it has some side effects, probably it has some negative effects on our body. So do you think that much of protein is really good for us to consume? Because there are a lot of Instagram posts that there are deaths because of protein intake. There are a lot of issues. Let me tell you, if you really are aware about protein, if you are, if you know how much protein you're taking, it's not, you have to first measure it, how much exactly you're taking. It's not that you're taking too much of protein. If you are over consuming whey protein or you are over consuming protein from the food, you have to first check how much protein exactly you're eating. It's not, your requirement is 0.8 gram to 1 gram per kg body weight. If you are really having that much of protein, then only, and if you are exercising or probably you're drinking good amount of water, then it will not really harm you. And if you are eating probably 120, 150 grams of protein when your body weight is 60 kgs, 65 kgs, 70 kgs, and you're overdoing on protein intake, you're just eating too much of protein and nothing else, then it can be harmful for you. But it cannot, it will give you an early sign. It will not give you directly a kidney problem. So first, it will give you a sign like you will have bad stomach, you will have you will not have any appetite left. So all these things, all these signs you will get first. Then this is the first step exactly. So you don't have to worry about the kidney pressure or liver problem and all that. But yes, you have to know how much protein to eat, and this particular food is giving how much protein and what needs to be added so that you can combine the both and you can have it. So the amount of protein you need varies based on age, gender, and activity level. And it is not really our hard and fast rule that if I need 1 gram per kg body weight, you also will require that much. Probably you are a person who has a little poor digestive motion, or probably digestive enzymes are not really acting properly, or probably you're having acidity on a daily basis, or probably you're taking antacids on a daily basis. So in these cases, your protein intake has to be customized in that way. So first start with 0.8 gram per kg body weight. Then probably you can reach up to 1 gram per kg pot when your body has already adapted to it. Otherwise, you don't really need to. So 0.8 gram is the minimum that you have to start with. Now, there are multiple medical disorders which come in the picture, like uric acid, or probably some liver issues like fatty liver grade 3 or grade 2. So in these cases also, protein needs to be reduced a little bit, but not below 0.8 gram per kg body weight. So 0.8 gram per kg body weight is the minimum, and that needs to be taken by everyone to have a healthy lifestyle, to have a normal body, like whatever the process, the metabolic process, digestive process, and everything to have. So for women, approximately 45 to 60 grams per day, approximately. Why approximately? Because it is, again, depending on the age, the gender, and activity level, definitely, and also how much you can tolerate. So if your body weight, a woman having body weight around 65 kg, she can have definitely she can have like 60 to 65 or 55 to 65 grams according to the tolerance level. So 45 to 60 is the range you can have. And a man whose body weight around like 75, 70, 80, or probably 68, 65, they can have approximately 55 to 60, 75 grams per day. So in these cases, you need to understand first what kind of protein you are having. Either you're having a vegetarian source of protein, you're a non-vegetarian source of protein, or you're taking mixed. So that you need to first analyze, and then you have to understand what exactly needs to be done. In these cases, we do have, like on Healthify Me also, in the application, you get the tracking system, and you can track your protein, you track your food, and you will get the how much protein, how much carbohydrate, and how much fat you're getting from a particular food. So in these cases, you will get to know one egg, how much protein it is giving, and probably 2 egg whites, how much protein you're getting from it. Probably 100 grams of curd, how much protein you're getting from it. So these things you can track over there, and you can get your answer. So this way also you can know and you can learn how much protein you are getting on a daily basis. Sedentary individuals, it is, as I said, Lisa, always start from 0.8 grams per kg body weight, because it is the minimum, and that is something that you all require. We all require, irrespective of the fact that you do your exercise or you don't do any exercises, but you need that much of protein for sure. For active individuals who are doing gym on a daily basis, or probably power yoga, normal yoga on a daily basis, probably swimming and walking and some gymming, these three, then you probably need some more. So, but you have to first check whether you have any certain disorders like uric acid, how your digestive functions are, how you're able to digest protein, and how much you're drinking water. So depending on these things, you have to take probably from 1 to 1.5 grams per kg body weight. So this is the range that you can take. But unfortunately, many people, especially in regions like, there are Indians, there are people who don't take that much of protein. We don't take that much of protein. 1 gram per kg body weight protein, we don't really reach. Generally, we don't reach. So we just have in the morning probably 1 egg, or probably uh, uh, some moong chila, or some breakfast routine, poha, idli, dosa, we eat that in the morning. And then in lunch, probably for non-vegetarians, 2 pieces of chicken, or 1 piece of fish, or 1 piece of egg, or some soya curry, some dal, some chana curry. So it will give you almost around like 6 to 7 grams approximately if you're not adding curd. If you're adding curd, then from 100 gram of curd, you're getting almost 9 to 10 gram of protein. So in that case, you're not really reaching up to 60 70 grams. Also you're still reaching 40 to 50 grams, so you don't really have to really worry about it. You just have to ensure that all the food that you're adding, it's balanced. You are adding roti, sabzi, and dal and curd, and you're not really minusing the curd and having only dal. And for all the non-vegetarian out there, then you can have one piece of fish or one piece of egg, or probably 50 grams of paneer, or probably some 2 pieces of chicken, which will give you again 14 to 20 grams of protein. So this is how you have to optimize, and this is how you have to balance your meals. So so these are the high protein sources. But before that, I would want to answer the first poll question. That was, how many grams of protein do you think an average adult needs per day? As I said, that it has to be like 50 to 75 grams, and 50% we have got right answer. So big congratulations, guys. All right. Okay, next question I'm going to shoot here. All right. So next question is this. I hope everybody can see this. What's your go-to protein source during a busy workday? Go for it, everyone. Okay. Everybody's answering. So nice to see. Okay. Meanwhile, we'll go through the slides. So high protein sources, kitchen staples. So basically, if you look at the picture, these are the sources of protein, and these are mix of vegetarian protein and non-vegetarian proteins. So eggs are at the top. Why? Because eggs are giving a whole protein. And why we call it a whole protein? Because there are proteins. There are 2 types of protein: complete and incomplete, or first class, second class. So first class proteins are the animal proteins or the non-vegetarian proteins, and the second class proteins are the vegetarian proteins, or the those protein which are coming from the vegetarian sources, the vegetable sources. Why first class and second class? Because first class proteins will have all the amino acids, basically all 9 essential amino acids, which our body cannot synthesize or cannot produce. And second class of proteins are, they don't have those 9 essential amino acids. They have either 3, 4, or probably 1, or probably 6. So they don't have all these proteins, which is why these are vegetarian proteins are incomplete proteins, and non-vegetarian proteins are complete proteins. So the first at the top, why the eggs are at the top? Because eggs have all 9 essential amino acids, which is why eggs are the powerhouse. Always we call it as powerhouse, because eggs will take care of your heart health. Again, there's a myth that if you have cholesterol issue, you cannot eat eggs. No, not really. Because egg yolk contains good cholesterol, which if you eat, it will increase the good cholesterol levels in your body. That is the HDL, high density lipoprotein. And if you get your lipid profile done, then first thing, it comes total cholesterol, then it comes the lipids like HDL, LDL, VLDL, right? And triglyceride. So HDL is the one which is a good cholesterol in your heart or in your body. So if you eat eggs on a daily basis, if you have cholesterol, you have to first check how much is the cholesterol level or the triglyceride level. And if you eat one yolk in a day, it is not harmful. You don't have to skip your egg yolk and have that egg white only. No. You can have 5, 6 egg white, but have only one egg yolk if you have any cardiac issue like hypertension or if you have any cholesterol. All right. But if you don't have anything, please go for one yolk every day. Please don't skip your egg yolk. Don't you don't have to really remove the egg yolk and have the boring egg white part. You can have the whole egg. So whole egg is the food which is very, very good if you have any metabolic disorder. It can be diabetes. It can be dyslipidemia. It can be hypertension. It can be PCOS. It can be anything. If somebody is probably pregnant or probably lactating mother, anyone can have this egg, which is very, very good for body fat, lowering body fat percentage, or probably it is very, very good as a post-workout food as well. Post-workout food means because it's a protein, after you're done with your workout, probably gym workout, strength training, whatever workout or whatever kind of workout you're doing, you need a protein, right? So egg is a very good source of protein after workout. So it's a very good choice of post-workout food. Chicken, again, as we all know that this is a muscle. It's an animal muscle. So definitely it is having good amount of protein and the amino acids. Always ensure that you're not really frying and deep frying it. And if you're frying and deep frying, then the protein is gone, unfortunately, because those proteins are coagulated. And now it will give you acidity. So it is not good. You have to ensure that you're slow heating. You're cooking the chicken or fish in slow cooking method. If you're not doing that, if you're heating it too much, if you are not really steaming it, and heating means if you're cooking in a oil, deep frying it, then probably the protein is not really of any use because it's already gone. It's already wasted. So it's nothing now. So you have to ensure that your cooking process is also good. Then it comes to the fish. Again, the same thing. Fish has natural oil, right? You don't really need to add too much of oil to cook fish. So you can steam it. You just brush it and brush the fish, and you can just place it over the pan and just cover it with the lid, and it will get cooked uh, with the oil which it secretes like from within. So it will be cooked. It will be self cooked with the oil. So you don't really need to add too much of oil in it to make it too much fried. So this is again a cooking process that you need to cook the non-vegetarian foods in. Uh, the paneer, tofu, dal, we all know how to cook it. And if you are adding too much of oil, any protein, uh, be it non-vegetarian protein or a vegetarian protein, if you are adding too much of heat, it will get coagulated, and then it becomes chewy. When it becomes chewy, it means that the protein is of no use now. So protein should not be chewy in when you are eating it. So if it's chewy, then it's not, it will not give you any result, basically. And chana, chole, rajma, all these pulses are also protein. And curd, again, curd is coming from dairy, so it's also an animal protein. So curd is basically is giving you the protein, which is whey, and also it is giving you casein. So we do have the milk protein is casein. Okay, uh, the carbohydrate is lactose, but when it is becoming curd, it is lactic acid. From lactose, it is becoming lactic acid, and the protein is now casein. So you can have the protein, and it's very, very digestible because of the water, the whey water, and also a lot of vitamin B12, B6, a lot of vitamin B complex vitamins are there in a curd, and also along with the lactobacillus bacteria. So those lactobacillus bacteria basically are probiotics, which takes care of your gut health. So if you are Having a good gut health, your metabolism also will be better. So if you are looking for weight loss, if you are looking for improvement of your health, probably you are having a lot of gut tissue, a lot of bloating, a lot of constipation, or probably acidity. Curd is something that will take care of it. Always, you are a diabetic, probably you have PCOS. So when you have insulin sensitivity in your body, then also curd is something, or probiotic is something that is very, very effective when you have certain metabolic disorders. So always add curd with your lunch or in dinner almost on a daily basis. Why I'm saying almost, because a lot of people are there who cannot eat curd that much because they feel they get sore throat with it because of the taste, because of the texture. So you can have it like at least 3 days a week, and that will that will do the job. So yeah. So these are the protein sources, as I said. And also evening snack me, you can add peanuts, you can add the seeds, you can add the nuts or the trail mixes or a yoga bar. So all these nuts and trail mixes will give you protein, will give you a lot of vitamins, a lot of minerals, a lot of fatty acids, good fat, like healthy fats, which will take care of your hair health, which will take care of your skin, which will take care of your metabolism and your hormones too. So these are the proteins staples, kitchen staples, which are available at your place. Right. So now understanding complete versus incomplete protein. As I said earlier, only I have covered this. But before that, I'll pose the next question. But before this, I want to know. Okay. So the answer of the last question the question was, what's your go-to protein source during a busy work day? And I have got this: boiled egg, paneer, roasted chana, and I don't usually include protein. So all these were options, and the most voted options were boiled egg. Great to know this, because boiled egg is the one which is, again, I said, it is very high biological value added protein. So if we are adding boiled egg as a quick snack or a daily source of protein, because it's very easy to prepare also, right? So great job, guys. Great job, because this is something that we really need to add. So that's a good thing. That's great. And also one more thing, quick protein snack. Also, just a suggestion. Whoever is a vegetarian or don't like to eat egg, or probably today is the day when you don't eat egg, so you can have curd with some fruits added, or curd with 1 cup of curd, or 100 grams of curd with some seeds. You can add pumpkin seeds, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, 1 tablespoon of flax seeds. You can just add it and you can have it. So for all the people who have normally salt craving, you can have this salt seeds with curd. And whoever has this sweet craving during the evening time, probably 5 p.m., 6 p.m., that time you can have curd with some chopped fruits inside. So you can add papaya, you can add pomegranate, you can also add jamun in it, and you can have this curd with fruits, and it will make you like feel better when you are craving for sweet. So that's a quick tip. All right. So next question I'll post. All right. Okay. I have posted. Go for it, everyone. All right. Till the time the voting ends, I'll take you through my slides. Okay. So as I was saying before, that understanding complete and incomplete protein. Complete proteins are the ones which has 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce. So eggs, chicken, all these proteins are complete proteins. Incomplete proteins are it lacks, basically incomplete protein sources lack 1 or more essential amino acids. That can be most of vegetables, grains, and nuts. So this is the second thing. And if you mix these complete and incomplete protein, then it increases the protein. Okay, the protein, um, the you can say that the quality of protein increases, like dal chawal, like roti dal, or probably khichdi, quinoa khichdi, or rice dal khichdi, or probably you can add vegetable fried rice. So vegetable egg fried rice, or vegetable paneer fried rice, or probably you are adding soya. You are probably making khichdi along with soya chunk. So these are the sources of protein which can be mixed, and you can increase the protein quality. Quantity, quantity wise, yes, not too much of percentage, because you're mixing two grains or mixing two food groups. The quantity will not really much increases, but it increases the quality. So the quality of protein is much better. So basic example is the khichdi. So khichdi has, okay, the rice has um, one amino acid, that is lysine, and dal doesn't have that. So when dal has methionine, and doesn't have methionine. So if you mix these two, then both the amino acid you get, you are just increasing the quality of that food. So this is how it works. So whenever you're thinking that I'm a vegetarian and I cannot meet up my protein intake, I cannot have that much of protein, then I think you should opt for this option, and you'll be able to understand that these types of protein or these types of options also will work. So, all right. So the power combos, as I was saying, that I was giving you some definition of combined protein options. So these are the examples of this. So dal rice, a classic Indian combination. So it is having a complete meal. And roti, if you are adding besan or sattu when you are making a roti, that can also basically besan and sattu is the chickpea flour. So that is protein intake, protein rich flour. So if you are adding that with the roti, when you are making the dough, if you are adding wheat atta and adding that besan or sattu, then you're making it more enriched with protein. So it is that way. So these are the way that you can customize your plan and customize your diet on a daily basis to increase your protein intake for a day. Sprouts, veggies, and curd. So whenever you are having some snacks, probably you're having a chart at home. You're making a chart. So you can add sprouts, veggies, and some curd with it. Or probably a curd you can take like alag se, and you can have that sprouts and veggies, a salad or a chart, and you can enjoy that. And if you also, if you are a gym goer, you can have this pre-workout food like bread and peanut butter. So that is a great choice of pre-workout food if you're going for a gym workout, or probably during the evening also if you're having some salt craving, or probably if you're having something like a salt craving, a salty, you want to eat something salty, so you can have a sandwich also. You just have to take two breads and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, just apply it and enjoy. So that will give you enough carbohydrate, that will give you enough fiber, enough protein, and also good number of good quantity of fatty acid. So which is a very, very good when you're working. You can focus on, you can come back to your work. If you are losing your focus because of that craving, you will be able to tackle that if you are having this. Please don't choose those pani puri and some unhealthy options which we get generally in office, or probably the near shops that are very easily accessible, easily available. But these are the things that are also very easily accessible, or probably easily available. So choose these rather than choose those unhealthy foods. All right. So great to see. Do you believe Indian kitchen staples can meet daily protein needs? So 62% people have voted yes. Very nice. Very good. All right. So the next question I'll post over here. Here you go. So the next question is, which protein myth have you believed at some point? All right. Okay. So coming back to the slide, so this is a kind of a diet, a daily diet, or probably a day diet. So easy protein packed meal. So breakfast, you can have veg omelette, that is basically besan chila. You can have moong chila, you can have sattu smoothie, or probably you can have any smoothie with, if you have any whey protein, or if you know don't have any whey protein, then you can have milk. You can add curd in your smoothie and you can have it. In breakfast, if you're a non-vegetarian, you can go for a vegetable sandwich, vegetable egg sandwich. You can have bread, peanut butter, and boiled egg, or burji, or egg burji, or probably egg omelette. You can have it. Mid morning, you can have curd with nuts, or probably you can have a fruit mid morning. And after 1 hour or after half an hour, you can have your tea, coffee. Lunch, you have to start with salad. So always, this is a, this is like a diet mantra, that you always have to have salad first as a starter. uh, Here, starter, why starter? Because when you eat a lot of fiber first, because fiber absorbs water, and it gets swollen, and then you feel less appetite. So in these cases, if you start with salad, if you start with eating raw salad, then your appetite also like 50% met. You don't really go for too much of food, or too much of, uh, meal, like the main course. You don't feel too much hungry. This is how you have to plate your food, so that you first start with that, and then you go to your roti, rice, quinoa, paneer curry, rice, paratha, whatever you want to eat, but always start with your salad. Snacks, you can always go for boiled eggs, you can go for roasted chana, you can keep it handy in your bag whenever you're traveling, or probably in your office. You can just take it out and have. You don't have to wash your hands a lot. You don't have to like have a plate also to eat it. So this is basically a very dry snack that you can carry, that you can keep in your wherever you sit. Also, if you are a big fan of hummus, you can have hummus and with veggies like carrots, beetroot. It feels lovely. It feels very nice. It's yummy. So that way also you can enjoy your protein rich snacking option. Also, you can, if you are outside, if you really want to eat something hot, something, you can go for the momos. You can go for chicken momos. You can go for paneer momos, like the steamed one, not the fried one. So those also you can go for. You can go for any chaat which has peanuts, which has corn. So that also is a very good option. So please go, don't choose those samosas, but these are the better options to have. And also you can have the trial mixes, which is basically available, in the market. And you can have the yoga bar, 1 or 2 cubes. You can have it. Do check the sodium content of that, and then you can go for it. Don't eat too much of yoga bar, then it might increase the sugar. If you are diabetic already, don't eat the whole bar. Eat half, or probably 1 cube. If it comes in a cube, then have that 1 or 2 maximum, not more than that. So, and dinner, you can have roti rice along with soya curry, paneer curry, chicken, fish. You can have. So all these foods. This is basically it's a sample diet plan for a day, for a vegetarian, for a non-vegetarian, so that you get an idea what sort of food you should eat on a daily basis to increase your protein intake. All right. So the next is protein for specific goals. So we know that protein is required for gaining muscle and weight management, bone health, and blood sugar control. So whoever is having problems with blood sugar management, or probably any cardiac issue, or probably mm, uh, takes insulin, or probably is having PCOS or any hormonal issues or hormonal disorder, they are having problems with the pregnancy. So these protein is very, 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 very important for those people. And for muscle gain, if you are going for a muscle gain and fat reduction, you're going to gym, you're attending yoga sessions, then muscle gain is again will be a part of it, and weight management. So your protein intake is very, 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 very important here. If you're not having much of protein, then you're losing your muscle. So that is again, uh, it's worse. You lose muscle, it's worse. If you're reducing fat percentage, that's good. But if you're losing muscle mass, if you're losing bone mass, then it's worse, because you're losing the muscle percentage which is required, which is supportive, and which will support when you're doing exercises. So that is something which you never want. You don't want it. So always always check your BCA, you check body composition, and then probably you can you figure it out that whether you are losing muscle, you're losing fat mass. Even if you're going to gym, you have to understand whether you're losing muscle, or you're losing fat, or you're losing the bone mass. So here again, please speak to the professionals to understand what kind of protein you need and how much protein you require. Signs of low intakes are you feel drowsy all the time, you feel tired all the time, you don't want to get up from the bed, you don't want to get up from the chair. So these are basically sign of low protein intake, which can include constant fatigue, and also frequent injuries, frequent hair and very heavy hair fall, brittle nails, poor wound healing. And there is a cut and it's not healing probably. So there also it can also be because of low protein intake. Some brain fog, if you are not able to think, if you're not able to focus, and it is going from quite a long time, then it's time that you check your protein intake. It's time to check your hydration level, and also it's time to check your vitamin profile. So always please check your signs, whatever your body is giving you as a sign, that you should monitor. And then the symptoms will be vast. First, your body will give you sign that something is wrong in your body, and then the symptom comes in the picture. So signs, you should be able to make out from the whatever the signs the body is giving. So yes, these are the signs of having low protein. Right, so quick tips to boost protein intake: add protein to every meal, use kitchen staple wisely, plan your meals, include eggs or curd daily, and rotate the sources. So as I said before, add protein to every meal, in breakfast, lunch, dinner, and evening snacks or mid-morning snack. Any of the snack options should also have protein, so that you don't eat too much in dinner. Because if you don't eat protein in mid meals, then I have seen people eat too much of food, because they either are very exhausted after the day ends, after the work, and they just want to eat. So that is something that you need to check, because if you eat too much during the dinner time, then the next day morning your blood sugar will also increase, and your body weight also will increase. So you have to ensure that you're planning the day, and you're distributing your protein in such a way that you don't hog during the dinner time. So plan your meals and include eggs or curd daily. As I said, curd is something which is kind of hack. So whenever you think that today it's a vegetarian day, or probably today you're not really having too much of protein, then just add 1 cup of or 100 grams of curd, and your protein intake will be done for the day. And rotate the sources. So mixing different protein. So today, if you are having chickpeas, the next day you should be having something else like a chana dal. And the next day you should be having like soya, or next day you can have paneer. So this is how you have to distribute the proteins in on a daily basis, so that one particular protein you're not having every day, because that protein will give you only 5 amino acids, but the other 4 amino acids are left. So you have to rotate it. So the next, as I said, common myths are protein is only for gym goers. So this one, which you know, I last this thing I had last question I had was, which protein myth have you believed at some point? So everybody has mentioned all of the above. So protein is only for bodybuilders. That is a common myth, as I was talking about it. Second was Indian food doesn't have enough protein, and third is too much of protein harms kidneys. No, so well done. 42% of people have voted for all of the above. Exactly, this is all of the above. I myself have heard too much of myths around protein intake, that if I eat this much protein, my kidneys will be gone. If I eat that much, I'm not going for any bodybuilding exercises. So why you are prescribing me this much of protein? I don't require it. I'm like, no, you require it, because eh, your in your body everything is made up of protein. So you need protein. All right. So this was the myth slide. Now, the final takeaway point is protein is essential for everyone, not just gym goers. Everybody said that, and this is a myth. And I'm very happy to know that at least most of the people, like 50% of people, know that these are myths. So please don't think that you don't need protein if you are not going to gym. You need protein. 0.8 gram to 1 gram per kg body weight protein, which requires for muscle repair. Number two is most Indians underconsume protein, because we are Indians, and our staple food is carbohydrate. And without rice and roti, we cannot think about anything else. But we have to ensure that with rice and roti, along with the sabzi, we need protein also, which is very, very important. And this is the backbone of the system. So that is coming from dal, paneer, egg, and sprouts, nuts, seeds, and all these things. Combining plant protein smartly. So as I said, complete and incomplete protein. So mix those two. How? Like dal rice, roti and besan, soya khichdi, or probably you can mix oats khichdi, oats. You can make oats khichdi with dal. So all these food is like you are mixing two vegetarian proteins to make a good and enriched source of protein. Include a protein source in every meal, from breakfast to dinner. All the meals have to be, all the meals should be having protein, one protein option, which will be very easily digestible, and also you will be able to easily, like, prepare also. So that simple protein has to be there. It can be the same protein in lunch and dinner both, but that's okay. That's I'm okay with. But add that one protein in every meal, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Protein rich snack at work. Whenever you are at work, you want something to eat. As I said, that hack, do remember, curd with fruit. You can chop those mango, you can cut that jamun and mix it in curd, and you can have that to enjoy a sweet curd mixture, and to relieve that sweet craving. And also, because of the salt craving, if you're having salt craving, then add some seeds in it, seeds in the curd, and you can have it. It will give you all the nutrition from the from your staple. So here, so yes, this is the end of it. I hope everybody liked it, enjoyed it. So yeah, Steffi, over to you.
Thanks, Devashri. That was really, really nice. I mean, I myself had a lot of myth, unlike the others. Um, so let's head towards the Q&As. There are many questions asked by our consumers. So let me pick few of them. So there's a consumer who is asking, I'm going to gym for a long time for weight loss, as I am 10 kgs beyond the actual weight. So can I consume boiled egg with yellow? I cannot hear you, Devashri, for some reason.
I'm so sorry. I think I went on mute. So my answer was yes, you can have boiled egg. and on a daily basis you can have, because you're already going to gym, and you want to lose 10 kg, so definitely you can go ahead with one boiled egg. Even you can go ahead with three boiled egg, but one egg yolk for a day. Yeah.
That's great. So many people also face this issue related to uric acid levels. So let's take up a question on that. So I have high uric acid levels above normal range, and I'm hitting gym regularly for muscle gain and strength training. How should I manage my protein intake and maintain the uric acid levels within the normal range? That's the question.
Okay. So you first have to check that uric acid levels means if it's 6 or above 6. If it's above 6 or it's borderline 6, then probably you have to drink more water. You have to drink 4 to 5 liters of water. First thing. Second is, if you are going to gym and you are doing the muscle training and everything, then you have to check whether you are taking whey protein or you taking normal food sources. If you're taking food sources, then stick to only zero point 0.8 to 1 gram per kg body weight, not more than that. And 1 gram per kg body weight also will not really harm you if you're drinking 4 to 5 liters of water. And if you are taking whey protein, then you have to check what kind of a whey protein you're having. If it's a whey isolate, or it's a hydrolyzed protein. So if it's an isolate, then you have to take 1 scoop daily. Don't take 2 scoops. If you are a vegetarian, then you can go for 2 scoops, but not more than that. And if you are non-vegetarian, then I would suggest you to stick to only 1 scoop only, and drink it in a very you if you are mixing 1 scoop, then add 300 ml of water, make it a very thin one, and then you drink it. And don't mix it with milk or skimmed milk. Add it with only water and drink it.
Thanks, Debashri. There's another interesting question. Even I have no clue what is the difference between soya chunk or soya. So, a question is, soya chunks or soya is healthy to have daily? How much, if yes? I
Okay.
myself don't know the difference.
So soya chunk and soya is different. So soya bean and soya chunk, both are the protein sources. I would suggest you to have soya chunk, and if you are taking soya bean, then you have to take only probably 3 tablespoons a day, and that also not on a daily basis. You have to take only once in a week, not more than that. And soya chunk, if you are referring to, then soya chunk also, it has to be taken only 30 to 40 grams, not more than that. And you have to boil and squeeze the water and then cook it. Not, you should not be using the oil, the water also in which you're just dipping or boiling the soya chunk. So you have to take that much. And if you have thyroid and taking thyroid medication, probably 50 mcg, over 50 mcg, then restrict your soya chunk and soya bean consumption both. Then you have to take only probably once in 15 days, both, for both soya chunk and soya bean. And even if you are your range, the thyroid range, the TSH level is under the range, and under the standard range with medication also, and the medication is over 50 mcg, then stick to only once in 15 days, not more than that.
That's great. That's something new to know. Um, So yeah, this is another question I think most vegetarians usually ask. Why are most vegetarian protein sources such as legumes, rice, and grains considered as incomplete protein? And there are two parts to it again. Is consuming dairy or whey protein the only way for vegetarians to obtain high quality complete protein? That's question number one. Second, the same person has asked, is dairy protein classified as a complete protein, and does it offer a full amino acid profile comparable to that of a meat?
Okay, so that's a nice question actually. So milk protein and the milk sources will give you complete protein. Okay, because it's again an animal protein, so it will give you a complete profile, complete amino acid profile. But the problem happens with the lactose, because the milk has lactose, which might give you little acidity, gastric issues, and if you have any other gut related issue, it might increase. So with milk, there is a question. First, you have to check whether you get any problems with milk, right? If you don't have any problems with milk, then you can consume like 2 glasses a day, or probably any sources like any other sources, other dairy sources like paneer. If you are having paneer, 50 grams a day or 100 grams a day is you can go with, or 100 grams of curd or 200 grams of curd in a daily on a daily basis you can have. That's not an issue. Even if you have lactose intolerance or probably you're lactose allergic, then also you can have paneer and curd, not milk, because milk contains lactose. Curd and paneer, they don't have lactose, they have lactic acid, so they don't have it. So lactose is a part of it. Number two is for vegetarian protein. Yes, as I said, that complete and incomplete, the segregation that I showed, incomplete protein, the two incomplete protein, if you mix, then it becomes not really complete protein, but it enriches the protein quality. So you can have like dal chawal if you are having, or probably if you are adding quinoa, if you are having quinoa khichdi or oats khichdi, or probably if you are having probably you're making a khichdi and you're adding some soya in it. So you're making it it's a protein rich. And soya bean and soya chunk both has 40 grams of protein, like chicken or any non-vegetarian options. So you can be assured that if you are having 40 grams of soya along with khichdi, your days, your lunch, like whatever is required in lunchtime, whatever protein is required during the lunchtime, it's fulfilled.
That's a really nice solution. There's one more question from Sneha. The question is, can you mention the amount of fiber and carbs and protein according to weight? So basically, I think she's trying to ask the calculation. How do we balance these three components in the entire day?
Okay, so there is a recommended dietary allowances. So for a person, for a woman, it's required like 30 grams of fiber is required, for which you need to add one fruit and three vegetables. Okay, one fruit and three vegetables. So one fruit means it can be banana, it can be apple, it can be pear, and vegetables means can be cooked vegetable, 2 times lunch and dinner, and one salad. So one salad means one vegetable again. So you can add two vegetables also, that's up to you. But you can add one vegetable also. So cucumber, tomato, or only cucumber, or only carrot, or only beetroot. So that is it. So it will give you 30 grams of fiber on a daily basis. Number two is protein is, as I said, 0.8 to 1 gram per kg body weight. And I said already that what is the option that you can add. And for carbohydrate, it has to be 50 to 60 grams of carbohydrate you require every day. Okay, so that particular carbohydrate will be giving you calories and everything. So for that you need 1 katori of rice and 2 chapati, or probably 2 to 3 rotis according to the workout intensity also is required. So this again, this calculation I said in a very generic manner, but it again, when we calculate it, we calculate your BMR, we calculate your height, weight, and age. Also, how much workout, or how much what is the activity level. So if you are leading a sedentary lifestyle, then definitely the carbohydrate will be varying. So if you are probably walking in the morning, or probably in the evening you are walking, so your carbohydrate level will be different. So this is how it varies. But as I said, I told you the very generic value, but this is how you can plan anyway.
There's another question. I'm sure many of us use air fryers so that we don't consume
Okay.
oil. So the question is air fried chicken, I mean, does air fried chicken lose protein? And is olive oil better than refined oil or air
Okay.
fryers? Basically?
Okay. So when you are air frying, it's definitely better than your cooking in oil in a pan, because it's the heat first of all and the oil. So when you are putting oil, you have to add, when you are adding oil in a pan, you are adding too much of oil, probably 3 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons of oil. And when you are putting the food into the the air fry, you're just brushing. Correct. You're not really adding 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoon oil on it. So you're just brushing. And basically what air fryer does is it cooks with the heat, like with the it gets heated from everywhere. Like it's not really cooking from the flame. Like the oil, the protein also, it's not really, it doesn't get coagulated. Basically that. So if it doesn't give you any acidity, any digestive issues. So air fryer is safer than the frying option that you do at home. So yeah. So chicken, if you're preparing in air fryer, that's better. And olive oil is always better, as I said, but I will never suggest you to cook when you are putting a pan and on a and a stove, and you're cooking it. Then probably olive oil is not a great choice. But if you're brushing olive oil and putting into the air fryer, then it's better. Yes, then probably olive oil is much better than refined oil. Um, also go for a virgin olive oil.
Okay, we've passed time, so we'll quickly pick two more questions. If you're if you're following intermittent fasting, how do we segregate our protein intake in less eating hours?
Okay. So if you are following intermittent fasting, you have to first check what type of intermittent fasting you're following. Probably you're following 16 is to 8, or probably 12 is to 2, or 20 is to 4. So if you are following that duration, then one meal has to be very heavy. So people generally follow either 12 is to 2, 12 is to 12, or 6 is to 16 is to 8. So if it's 16 is to 8, then 16 hours is the fasting time, 8 hours is the eating window. So during the eating window, the first food that you're eating, probably in lunchtime, so that should be the heaviest meal. So in that case, you have to eat um, a solid, piece of protein. It can be paneer, 100 grams of protein, or 50 grams of protein, or 60 grams of protein. And then you can have 1 cup of curd again. And along with it, you can have some boiled chana or boiled rajma, or this boiled rajma or boiled chana or boiled moong. You can have it in the snack time also. And in dinner, you can probably have the other part of other 50 grams of paneer during the dinner time, or probably you can have the soya. So in that case, your heaviest meal should be the lunch time, and then in the evening snacks, and the dinner will be the lightest. So the light, but you have to ensure that snack is there. And if you're not having snack, then probably your intake will be very less. So in that case, your nutrient consumption also will be less.
All right, last question for the session today. What about clubbing oats plus eggs to fulfill daily protein and fiber requirement? How much quantity is recommended?
Yes, you can have it. So oats, if you are adding oats with in milk, probably boiling it, and then you're having 2 eggs, it's a good choice. If you're making oats with water, just like a porridge, and like just to give you that carbohydrate kick. So you can have that along with 1 tablespoon of honey. Also, you can add. That will fulfill the sweetness, or it will be a little palatable also. Along with it, you can always have egg. That's not an issue. And also you can make a chila with oats. That's oats. You can just make a powder. You can make a dosa like consistency, and you can make a chila out of it. And then you can have a egg along with it as a vegetable, like probably a egg bhurji. That also is can that also that combination also works.
Okay, that was really, really nice. I'm sure our Pluxy consumers have all understood how to decode the power of protein with just simple kitchen ingredients. I'm sure, like me, many of us would not know these many kitchen ingredients exist where we could actually decode the power of protein. Thanks to Debashri. Thanks a lot. It was really wonderful to have you here, and it was quite insightful for all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pluxy consumers. See you. Stay tuned until next time. We would come up soon with another wellness session for you guys. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a
Thank you.
great evening.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.